Hey guys, it's Chass Holland and
Emma
Lynn. I work for ACAP's Improving Outcomes for Youth program, and one of the things that we want to do is get some fun money games out there for you and your kiddos, things that you guys can work on together to teach them the value of their money and just get together. Okay, for today's activity, super simple, and you can find all of this stuff around your house. And if there's something that you don't have, that's okay. You don't need to use all of the stuff that we have. You can just use other items inside your house, and I'll explain that as we go. So some of the items that you'll need are a muffin tin, and then some cupcake liners.
Can I tell them something?
For the cupcake liners, if you don't have cupcake liners or a muffin tin, you can just use a sheet of paper. And what we did was we sectioned it off into, I guess these are backwards, but pennies, nickels, dimes, and quarters. This one's great for the little guys. You can help them to figure out which coin goes in each section. Emmy and I went over it a little bit earlier, so we went over that a penny is worth 1 cent. And it goes under the pennies, right? And what about this? What's this thing?
The dime is worth 10 cents.
Yep. Goes under the dimes, right?
Is this
a nickel?
A nickel goes under the 5 cents.
5 cents, that's right.
And the
quarter
goes under the, I don't know,
25 cents.
25 cents.
That's right. All right. So the fun little game with this that you can do is I have this container that's just full of loose change that I found around. So what Emmy likes to do is take the change. So she grabbed a small handful and she's just going to sort the change and decide where it goes. This is great, especially introducing little kiddos to what the different coin values are. So pennies, and then the more you do with it, you can show them how it takes a lot more pennies to equal a quarter than it does to equal a nickel.
These are different ones.
Yeah, they do look a little bit different, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's right. They're both pennies.
So so Mama found one, I found 2, 3, 4. Now there's 4. Or 4.
4 pennies, perfect.
4 pennies equal 1.
They're all 1 cent each, so
yeah.
1 penny, 2 pennies,
3 pennies, 4 pennies.
Good job.
All right.
What if we added 1 more penny?
1 more penny. It would be
1 more penny. Good job.
5 pennies.
5 pennies. Now when you have 5 pennies, that's the same as 1 nickel. Right? Okay, so all of your 5 pennies here equal 1 nickel. So they can keep going. They can keep sorting out the cash, the change, onto the piece of paper. That's one thing that you can do with them, work through it. And like Emmy said earlier, they don't all look the same, so it might make them think a little bit harder.
But if they're the same color, then they are the same. But if they don't have the same things on them, then they still are the same because they have the same color.
What about if they're all silver? So this one is copper. It's kind of brownish. But these ones are all silver. Are they all the same coin?
No.
No. How do you know?
So they're all silver, but they're not the same.
But how do you know?
Because this
different?
One's little, this one's big, and this one's medium.
Medium, that's right. But also you can look at them. So this one's little, but does it have bumps on it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the dime is little, and it has bumps. And the nickel is a little bit bigger, nice and smooth, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And the
quarter
has some bumps too.
And the quarter's the biggest one, that's right. Okay.
So
perfect. So another activity that you guys can do with the muffin tin, hold on just a second, okay? Hold on just a second. If your kiddos are a little bit more advanced than sorting out the coins. If they understand the values of the coins, and even if they don't understand the values of the coins, this is something that you can work on with them also. My Emmy's favorite way to add is with paper. She likes to make little hash marks for every number, and then she adds them up that way. So another thing that you can do with your coins is you can write little values. This says 4 cents. I'm sorry, it's backwards. On a muffin liner, or you can even just write it on a little piece of paper and put it on the bottom of a muffin tin, or you can just make a grid on your paper or write values and then they can match up with each. So for 4 cents, Emmeline, how many pennies are you going to put in this one?
4.
4, that's right. Okay, so go ahead and put 4 pennies right in this
1,
liner.
2,
Good job.
3, 4.
Awesome. Okay. And you're going to put the 5th one back? You can.
I'll just put it back.
Oh, sure. Okay, now what if we had this liner right here? See, this liner right here says 10 cents. There are a couple different ways that you can get 10 cents. Do you know how?
Hold on. I'm trying to
put the pennies back. That way you have them. So Emmy's putting her coins on the sheet because she likes to see
how it is.
Yeah, how it is.
And if you keep on practicing about money, it'll make you more smarter and smarter.
Yeah, and it'll get easier, right? It'll get easier the more you practice. That's right.
And
right. So what do we have here? What number is that?
10.
Number 10. All right. How?
This.
That one right there.
What is it?
It's a dime.
A dime. A dime is 10 cents.
Dime is 10 cents.
10 cents.
Go ahead and put your dime in there. But what if, Emmeline, what if we didn't have any dimes?
Then that would make 0.
It would make 0, but what coin could you use if we didn't have any dimes?
I would use the big one because big ones are for whatever you want to use. You can put them in machines. They could give you gumballs or tattoos, but you would need a lot more big ones if you want a tattoo from Walmart or something like that. But when the sickness is around, don't go to Walmart because some people are sick.
That's right. Some people are sick. We have to make sure we wash our
hands,
wash our hands, and don't touch our face. Right. Okay. But Mom's gonna give you this answer. Okay, ready? So if we don't have a dime, if we have no dimes, we take 1 nickel, which is 5 cents, and 2 nickels, which is wait. Okay, 1 nickel, 2 nickels. Count them. 10, that's right. So we have 10 cents by having 2 nickels. Good job. Now, what if we didn't have nickels? What if we didn't have dimes, we didn't have nickels, we didn't have quarters? What would we do? How many pennies would we need?
We would need 10.
10 pennies, that's right, because a penny is worth 1 cent each, right?
Hold on.
All right. Perfect.
10.
You're going to put 10 pennies in there.
2, 3.
So this is an activity that you can do with your kiddos. You can work on it together. Some money concepts are super easy for some kids to grasp, and some concepts are not easy for the kiddos to grasp at all. So
Okay, hold on. Let me count these.
A fun idea to work together.
Let me count these again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Perfect. And while the kiddos are just starting out, you can put simple totals inside the muffin liners. You can do 5 cents, 1 penny, 2 pennies, 10 cents, 25 cents. Keep the numbers lower. As they're starting to get those numbers, you can start doing higher numbers. So 42, if we were doing 42, you can show them the easy way to do it. So 4 dimes and 2 pennies. Or you can go a little bit harder with the quarters and all the other coins in there too. It's such a super flexible game that they can play, and it can keep them entertained for a good little bit of time. That's all we have to share for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed watching our little game. I hope that you guys have fun with it. If you have any suggestions or any questions, go ahead and ask, and we'll be more than happy to answer. Emmy said she had something else to share, so we'll let her share before we go.
So if you take this big cent, quarter, and then these two are not the same. I know that these ones are the same color, but they're not the same.
They're not the same.
Because this one's a little one.
A dime.
This one's a medium size.
Medium size.
The big one, you can use whatever you want with it. Like put a lot of quarters if you want some tattoos or stickers at Walmart. And if you want a different one, you have to use a different big quarter. You'll need 1 quarter. But if you want to play some different things, you'll need a little bit quarters, a lot quarters, or just 1 quarter. So I also have
Evelyn loves to get stuff from the vending machines at Walmart. That's what she's talking about. All right, Emmy, are you ready? We're going to say see you later. You'll have to say see you later. Nope, no. I said no. Say see you later.
See ya.
See you guys.
Make another one
Have
tomorrow.
a great weekend.
We'll make another one